To call my life a work in progress is kind of an understatement. Like many kids of the 90s who watched way too much television, I thought high school would be a great opportunity to, make some changes. I was uncool in so many different ways, but the main way that I was really, really uncool was my voice. Because nothing is stranger to listen to than this big, cocoa-skinned linebacker of a kid with the strange voice of a delicate teenage nerdy girl. And my poor mother, God bless her, she knew this, but I don't think it really hit her until there was a sales lady on the phone, and she's trying to win her over, and then all of a sudden she says, "Oh my God, your daughter has the cutest voice!" And there's this awkward pause, and my mom says, "Bitch, that's my son," and hangs up. And there's another long, really pause, and she turns to me and says, "Come on now. You're a young black man. You're 14. You need to get some bass in your voice. You need to work on it." And that's what I did. I tried all kinds of voices. I tried radio, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sorry. I tried announcer voices, like the ones at the circus. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats and welcome to the Universal Circus. I tried things like on the radio. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to the best of polka at 93.1. But some of my favorite things to do were to imitate people, actors on television and in movies. I used to do, I tried to do Morgan Freeman in The Shawshank Redemption. I tried to do Denzel Washington in Training Day. The whole King Kong ain't got shit on me. Who else did I try? I tried Cuba Gooding Jr. from Jerry Maguire. Show me the money! Most of them, were terrible, but some were okay. And eventually I did happen upon to find my voice. And when I did find my voice, I thought it would be a great opportunity to try something to really put it to the test. So I thought, what better rite of passage than high school? What better initiation than class president? Okay? And if you want to talk, I know, you want to talk about bad life choices, we're about to do it. Get ready. So I remember speech day, and I walked into the room. It's disgusting. It's got the beige walls. It's got the dirty couch that looks like God knows what's been filmed on there. But it's a high school, so I assume the best. So I sit down, and my first take is terrible. I'm mumbling. I sound like Marlon Brando, but with marshmallows in my mouth. I don't know what's going on, but it's not good. But my second take is much better. It's much more refined. It's much more smooth. And I even declare myself a man with a plan, which I don't know where that came from because I just told you, work in progress. But the strange thing is I won. And my very first assignment was Spirit Week, specifically our Hall Decor War. And our first assignment was to pick a theme, and the theme was A Tale of Four Cities. And they randomly assigned to each class, what theme you would get. And our city was Paris for the freshmen, and I was so excited. Even though we had the worst hall, it was in the back of the school, this gross breezeway, but I saw its true potential. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. I thought, okay, we'll scrub up the floors, and we'll put down some decorative tape, and it'll become a nice cobblestone street. We're going to clear up these ugly windows, and they're going to be storefront displays for shopping centers and fashion designers and restaurants. But then I thought, you know what? This needs a final touch, a nice little centerpiece to slay the competition. So I thought, I'm going to use my secret weapon, my grandmother's one-of-a-kind, hand-restored French cafe furniture set. You got it. See, you're with me. Now, yeah. So it took me a while to convince my mother to let me use this. Because like I said, hand-restored French cafe furniture set. But after weeks of begging, she finally gives her blessing. All right. But if anything happens, that's your ass. Fair enough. So I learned that, but still this wouldn't be easy because there are 3 reasons that freshmen never win. And the first reason I figured out was because of dysfunction. Because as you know, with people who don't really know each other, especially a bunch of teenagers who are just discovering texting, cell phones, MySpace, It's very hard to rally them together, especially if you have a class council like mine, which is 90% girls, and they faithfully believe that women are smarter than men. So I often got that glazed over look in the eye, the one with the half eyelids. It's the one that teenagers share with house cats. It's like, sweetie, I just woke up. My claws are ready to call your couch. If you could do me like a huge favor, go ahead and put the milk in my bowl and leave me alone. That'd be great, thanks. And I was like, oh, okay, great start. But the second reason I learned was of resources. So because, it's a competition, so there's not enough guidance going around, and that means that, we're pretty much on our own. And so the seniors, they have New York, and they're building skylines, they're building silhouettes, they design like a power grid. What are you doing? And the and the juniors, they have Tokyo. So they're like weaving silk out of thin air. They're like, have all the colors. We're talking the primaries, the pastels, and the neons. And I'm just like, okay, girl. And so it's just really frustrating because it's so beautiful and I'm so impressed and I'm so pissed off because the freshmen, we're just like, okay, who can cut the straightest line and who can tie the fastest knot into a balloon? Let's go. But the third reason I learned that freshmen never win, I didn't realize until the end, on Judgment Day. I got there Friday morning, moment of truth, and I'm running to the freshman hall because I want to see how we did. We've had all week to plan, but we don't really get to put the things in until the end of the week, Thursday night. So after I put it in and I'm ready and I come in, I passed by all the other halls. They look great, of course. And I get to mine and I turn the corner, and to my horror, it's destroyed. Everything's torn down. The balloons are down, the streamers are torn up, the runner, everything that I've done is basically demolished. And then I'm looking at least for the table and chairs. And I can't find any of that. I can't find any pieces. The table and chairs are gone. Need I remind you, Mom, that's your ass. But I'm not too worried about it. I have kind of all day to figure this out. My mom's not coming in until 3. My last class is at 2:30. I'm ready to go Sherlock Holmes in this bitch. Like, I'm coming to find what I'm looking for. I ask a few freshmen who don't know anything. Of course, the upperclassmen give me the cold shoulder, whatever. So I go on my little trek, and I try and figure it out. And then I hear a call over the intercom. Antonio Lenyear to the main office. Antonio Lenyear to the main office. So I walk in. And immediately I make eye contact with this lady. It's my mother. And I just look at her, I'm like, oh shit. On a scale of 1 to zombie, how dead am I? And I look at her, and she looks at me, and I look at her, and she looks at me. And then our advisor comes in, and she guides us to the back, and she shows me the chairs. They've been stuffed into this nice little corner office, and it's really nice for her. She says that they were so impressed with it that they decided to save the chairs, even though they know of the tradition of upperclassmen tearing down the freshman hall. Like, right? I was like, oh, thank God, because my mother was giving me the look like, boy, this can happen. But I was so relieved and so thankful, and then at the end of the day, the results are revealed. First place, seniors! Great. Second place, juniors! Okay, who cares? Of course. Third place, freshmen? Third place, that's not bad. It's not first, but it's not last. And in that moment, I was proud because I put in the work and I made some progress. And that makes all the difference. Thanks for listening.